Hit it, Joe. I don't know why I say Joe. Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
Oh, this is the 19th episode. Wow.
Yeah, this is my 19th reason. Right?
I have 20.
20 is the next episode. Reason.
Great. Okay.
You are the only reason.
We have a fireplace
Oh,
going
yeah,
on.
here.
It's
Look
only
at Ooh.
Oh, my back's gonna be on fire.
This couch is not flame retardant.
Oh no. There you go. Fireside chat.
So we're here in my apartment.
New apartment.
And we're here to talk about
Mental health. Exactly.
That was a good one. That was a really good one. Who put that one?
Yeah. So this is a new apartment. A lot of things have happened since the last episode because we're not on top of recording.
Oh yeah, we haven't been recording because we've been world travelers.
Yes. When was the last time
we recorded?
I think the last time we recorded, I went to Mexico right after that.
Yeah, and was that on the beach episode?
That was the beach. We were on the beach. Last time you saw us, we were on the beach.
That was like yeah, and now you're see us in...
Cause we were homeless. And now we're in a home.
Okay, there's a story. Yeah. There's a story and a plot.
I went to Mexico for a couple of weeks, and then I came back. We weren't recording because I feel like we were just... Our mental health was there? I don't remember. But then we went to...
Welcome to New York.
I thought you were gonna sing Alicia Keys.
I was gonna sing in New York.
Yeah, we heard that song a lot.
Dude, that shit was playing
everywhere.
Everywhere. Like, it actually impacted my mental health. And we're talking about mental health today. like why do they have to constantly play that song I get it.
Yeah, like we were walking the Brooklyn Bridge and it was like right there. Right there.
Who's the mayor? Because they need to enact
ban it.
Yeah, they need to ban Alicia Keys.
I hope Alicia Keys is getting paid.
I doubt it. They'd be playing that YouTube 10-hour loop of New York. It's not even called New York.
It's Alicia Keys and Jay-Z, Empire State of Mind.
Yeah, but no, they don't play the Jay-Z part ever.
Yeah, they do.
In New York.
That's the only thing that stuck with you because, yeah.
Anyway, so we just got back. We got kind of a little refresher.
Yes.
We were taking care of our mental health. But I don't know. How's your mental health now?
I mean, it has its ups and downs, I think.
Yeah, as is our minds do. They go uppity and down.
Yeah.
And
then it just kind of that saying, how am I supposed to live, laugh, and love in these conditions?
My mental health today has also been on the ups and downs.
Uppity downsies.
Because of, things going on in the world, the economy, moving into this apartment.
That's what I was going to say. That was the first question that I asked you. I'm like, how do you feel?
Yeah.
Because, apartments, I'm used to, open floor plans.
Yeah.
A wide open backyard.
Yeah.
I've never been in an apartment. And, coming in here and being alone must feel...
lonely. It's okay. The space is spacious. The area,
it's very nice.
Yeah, the outside is beautiful. You hear the birds, you hear the water. But yeah, when you're in here and sometimes you're just alone, it's that SpongeBob episode where Squidward goes to the fucking other world. He's alone.
Oh, I thought you meant the SpongeBob episode where he has his napkin, potato chip, and penny. That's my mental health.
Napkin, potato chip, and penny. That's all he has.
Indoors.
Oh, wait, that's literally COVID vibes, though.
Oh, that's my life every day.
Well, ever since moving in here, now that I'm kind of settling in, I just moved last week, basically. It gets quiet, but I talk to my boyfriend. I talk to sometimes I reach out to my parents, just talk with them. But yeah, most of the time I'm just here, but I think right now it's very liberating.
Wow.
Because I will admit, staying home for extensive periods of times, home as in with my parents, with my family, it can become a little much. It's sometimes I'm just I just want to get away.
Yeah.
And so
you got away.
I got away, but not like that, I'm here now. Yeah, and sleeping alone is weird because it's I guess I just say goodnight to myself. Oh, fucking know.
Just turn off the lights.
Yeah, I'm well, actually no, I still go on my phone. I still watch TV.
You can poop with the door open, technically.
I can, and I do. I do.
That's great.
Yeah. I can take as long as showers as I want.
Wow, I love showers.
However, it does come with like responsibilities, which I think is also good for my mental health.
Yeah.
Because it's like these are things that I have to do, like clean the dishes or sweep the floor or move some furniture around, or make sure everything's clean.
And I think, that's like, because when sometimes you're in control of your own mental health and you can sit on your butt for as long as you can, but that comes to a point of like, I'm going to depress myself just sitting here. Like, I need to initiate responsibilities like sweeping the floor.
Yeah. I mean, do you ever find yourself just like sitting and like doing nothing? Yeah, it kind of takes a toll. Yeah. Doesn't it? Even though it feels nice.
When I sit, I'm usually just with my feelings.
Oh my God, that sounds terrible.
That's what, like, now that you're saying like you're alone, do you thrive in silence?
I kind of do, because I have, and this is where like our situations are different, where it's like I have my own circumstances where I was at home, and like I just felt like I love my family, but I felt like it was like time to like, I don't know, like get away, like be by myself for a little, because I'm definitely more of like a person who enjoys being alone, and just always having someone at home is nice, and it's nice to like just feel that presence, that human presence. But I'm kind of liking it.
That's cool. Because I was alone. Usually I'm by myself most of the day.
Oh wow! So you are kind of alone.
Yeah, but then it reaches to a point being like, where is everybody? Like, where's the party at?
Yeah.
And kind of like, wait, should I wait and do stuff until they come home, or should I do stuff? But then when they come home, I have nothing to do.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It's kind of this dilemma where it's like you're alone, and like you could like, do you go out? Do you do stuff at home?
Or should I go out but then when they come home, they're like, you don't go out.
Right? Yeah, that judgment. Yeah.
You're like, I was out all morning.
Yeah. I mean, that too, like here living alone, like I have that independence where, I mean, I had some independence back at home. Like I could go out the door whenever I want.
Yeah.
But here it's like, I don't really have any judgment of, what are you doing right now? Why aren't you doing this?
Do you talk to yourself?
Yes. Yeah, I've actually learned that I do talk to myself. And I think that's just a way of coping with the loneliness.
That's great.
Yeah. So I guess the change of living environment does impact my mental health. And in this case, it's positively. So, awesome. Yeah.
But now that you're alone, what like makes you feel good? Like what makes or even when you were with your family still, like what did you do to make yourself feel better?
I mean, I would like just like veg out, like just go enjoy like a long Netflix series or go out for food. Sorry, you can hear like our neighbors. That's apartment living. Sometimes I would like, I don't know, like the whole place is to myself. So I can just do whatever the fuck I can play music. I can just do nothing. God, just saying out loud kind of sounds sad though.
I mean,
a lot of what has been taking a lot of my time
is what makes you feel good.
I mean, I like organizing. I've been cleaning a lot because like it's an empty apartment and I've been moving in stuff and just organizing. So there's always something to do. I have been like procrastinating on like figuring out what I'm gonna eat and like because I'm an indecisive person, so I still have to learn like how to take care of myself and my mental health. Like to segue into like our first chunk here, like my journey with mental health, a lot of things have stuck around with that journey, such as like not taking really good care of myself, like not exercising, not eating really well. Those things have always followed me. And then same thing with like my self-esteem. It's like living alone here doesn't improve like my self-esteem. But that's something that I'm realizing I have to like work on still myself.
I don't know, because I think it also ties in, like, I'm gonna go out. The thing that makes me feel better with my mental health, like just going to Marshalls and like picking out clothes and trying them on, even though I'm not gonna buy them.
Yeah.
I think I'm stuck in this cycle right now where it's like, I feel sad. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna waste money. Oh no, now I realize that I don't have enough money. Now I feel sad.
Yeah.
And it's this like
This endless cycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've kind of been going through similar things, especially since I need things for the apartment. I'm like, I'm sad and lonely. Oh, let me look online and try and shop. Or let me go to Target and try and shop. And then I actually end up buying a lot of shit that maybe I don't exactly need, but I bought it anyways because I love that instant gratification. And then I'm like, wait, I don't have money, so now I have to, I don't know, suffer.
Now I feel sad again.
Yeah, and then, yeah, I totally get that.
But, like, with going out, going to Target, going to Marshalls, I think it's like a escapism for our mental health. And I don't know if it's good. I feel like escapism can get to a point where it doesn't get good. Like, let's say we escape to New York, it's going to get pricey.
Yeah.
And you're just running away from your problems.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little coping mechanism.
Exactly.
Moment, you know? I mean, why? Has escapism been a form of, like,
I think
coping that you've resorted to a lot? Because I know you love going to Target.
I love escaping.
Yeah.
I love going to, like, places. I think it makes you feel better in the moment, but then you realize you have to get back to, like...
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that feeling that you have to go back to.
I haven't gone to Target in a while.
Really?
Yeah.
I went the other day. I did like a pickup order, so I didn't actually go in the Target. I just went.
You need to start doing pickups, and you need to actually be going in. I feel like that actually like improved a lot of things. Cause like if you're doing pickup, you're like, I did nothing today, and you don't feel accomplished, and that like works into your mental health.
Yeah. So like
a little mental health walk at Target.
Do you have like a routine for yourself?
No,
you just freestyle it.
But I think that's where I fall victim, because then I'm like, what am I doing? So I think like something that it was my New Year's resolution, but I didn't do it. It was the one that I didn't do. I need to make routines for myself. Yeah.
Same.
Because I think it just improves your life and mental health.
Yeah. And I know it sounds like basic, like, oh, I'm going to have a routine and like a schedule. But yeah, I mean, actually, I talked to my therapist and she said that I need to start working on like increasing my activities, which is like, and she gave me a lot of like resources and some worksheets that there's different ways to like organize your day. You can like look at each day and set like, I think the crucial thing that I learned was like you have to set like plans for yourself.
Yeah.
Like you have to say,
because
okay, tomorrow.
Freestyling can be dangerous.
It can be dangerous. It can be impulsive. It can be reckless.
Which is exactly my.
I love being reckless and impulsive. Yeah. But like to what you're saying, having that structure can provide structure
to your mind.
Yeah, because
and life.
Yeah,
and improves it everything.
And I think what you're saying is kind of facts because I don't know. Recently, I have also been freestyling,
but I'm also not going to practice what I preach. Let's just put that there.
I mean, this is a podcast. We're not at church. I mean, actually, at church they kind of don't practice what they preach, anyways.
No. Anyways,
but you know what? They didn't. I don't think they really taught us how to do like
practice what you preach. No, it's all promises that are just blah 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 blah.
Okay, so
anyways, this isn't criticism of the church.
I'm like trying to like analyze us here. Like, so we don't have routines.
No.
How do we survive?
I think also,
like, is our mental health just constantly at its breaking point?
Yeah. Like, isn't that? I mean, we're chaotically conquering.
We are chaotically conquering, but we're conquering
chaotically with no schedule.
At least it's not barely
conquering. No. I'm all about onomatopoeia. I don't know.
Onomatopoeia?
No. The
acronym?
The word that...
A CC.
Yes.
Oh, alliteration.
Alliterations. I was almost there.
You're getting there.
I was getting there.
I should have just let you get there.
Anyways.
Taking time, I think,
To
is
get
an
there?
important. Yes, is important.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah,
We're smart.
Is an important way to like manage your mental health. Like I found a lot of times where I want to improve my mental health, where I'm like, I'm sad, and then I'm like, I want to fix this, so I try to look for like a quick fix.
Kind of like when you're experiencing menstrual cramps and you're like, let me take this Advil, and you're like, why isn't it doing it right away?
Yeah, it's not
a headache. So you can explain.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why I went exactly to cramps.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, kick in already. No, it needs time to kick in. Things need time.
Yes, it's but I'm still just impatient as hell.
Yeah,
so
like,
I can
fix
imagine.
it.
Yeah. God, I'd be such an impatient
Woman
on a period.
It sucks.
Yeah, I'd be
and
like,
you have to
make
do it every
stop.
month.
Yeah, I'd be like, stop.
Let's say you get an implant.
An implant? You can get implant?
I'm not going to specify
That's
anymore.
crazy. Wait, that's actually crazy. Wait, can I just implant like whatever is wrong?
Can I implant positivity?
Wait, you're on to something.
No, we're not doing that right now.
Okay, maybe not implant.
A chip.
Some Elon Musk shit.
Yeah. Maybe he's onto something. We need to listen. No, actually.
He's definitely onto something, and he's on something. So, so am I. No, just kidding. Actually, yeah. I am. This is just for. I guess. I mean, we're not a mental health podcast, but I think it's normal to like talk.
We're not
about,
experts.
Yeah, we're not experts, but I do have an expert who does give me medication to make me happier.
Wait, that's the chip.
The antidepressants are the chip.
Elon.
I mean, it's not exactly 100. Like, even though antidepressants like help a little, like it doesn't fix everything. Just like how an Advil kind of helps a little with the cramps, but it doesn't like cure it, like you said.
Exactly. We need a cure.
Cure depression.
A cure depression.
I mean, maybe like menstrual cramps, like depression is like part of life.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about cramps anymore.
Sorry, you brought it up. It's just such a good analogy.
Why.
It's like, damn.
No, like, I think that comes with escapism too. It's like escapism isn't a cure, so you need to get on it. Yeah.
No, I think everything is like a form of escapism.
I think everything's a form. Life is a form of escapism.
Ooh, life imitates art.
Living your life is a form of escapism.
What? Escapism from what?
From your depression.
What exactly is like your depression like?
What are you gonna ask me?
What?
Can you ask it again?
What exactly like is your like people are like, I have depression, and it's like, I mean, like, what does it feel like?
Oh, what does depression feel like?
Yeah, is it just like I'm sad?
No,
It's more complex than that.
I think I'm a very visual person, and my brain is like an apple, and the apple is no longer good.
Like a rotten apple. Oh no,
it's like that. It's not like that anymore.
It's not a cute little gala apple.
It's kind of brown. It's brown.
That's what you're visualizing right now as your brain. So how do we like
make it an apple again?
Yeah.
How do you make it an apple again?
You kind of have to let it decompose. Honestly, though, you're onto something, because gray matter, your brain probably has like, I'm not saying your brain, I can't see inside your brain. Okay, I'm thinking, I totally feel your apple analogy. Like, I don't know if I think my apple is slowly rotting. Maybe there's like a worm inside there too. It's definitely not yummy, and I don't think I would turn it into an apple pie. But where was I going with this? Yeah, gray matter in your brain. I think maybe like you can like kind of revive
the apple,
or like at least reverse some of the aging.
Yeah,
by doing things such as setting
you can't do it with a real apple. But I'm gonna make this apple look like a cute apple again.
Yeah, And that takes time, and that takes a lot of learning about like yourself and like, how do I fix my apple? Yeah. I've never heard the apple analogy, actually.
I don't know. That's like what comes into my mind. How would you put it? A banana?
Dude, bananas get so gross when they rot. I mean, I just say smooth brained. Like, I'm smooth brained. Yeah, like it gets smoother and smoother every day.
No. Because like smooth brains, what I would put it looks like a chicken.
Like a raw chicken?
Chicken thighs.
And
I just want to go. It still looks really pretty. Don't you ever do that with your chicken thighs?
Yeah, but now I'm imagining you and my brain being a chicken thigh and you just slapping it and putting it back in my head. You know, I think you're onto so
as you were saying.
As I was saying, I mean, yeah, my brain could be a chicken thigh. Can I deep fry it?
Yeah, you can deep fry it. You can make it yummy.
Yes, add seasonings. Add seasonings to your apple.
Exactly.
Like cinnamon and like a caramel apple.
No, you know what? My apple, let me say something. My apple may be rotten, but when you cut into it, there's still some good things in it. So my apple cannot go back to a cute little apple. It'll be bruised forever. But it can taste good.
It'll still taste good.
Yeah, like haven't you ever eaten a decomposed strawberry? It's actually really sweet.
It's actually yummy. Yeah. It's like really, it's like people are soft.
Like, I don't want this one.
No, don't throw it away.
People throw it away. I throw most of my strawberries away.
No, yeah, the ones that are like,
you're ugly. And then I see it's like right here, a spot. And I'm like, nope.
But I agree with you. Yeah, they're still good. So yeah, don't throw your apple away. And I'll fry my chicken thigh. Should I bread it?
I'm not going to answer that anymore. Okay, we're going to take a break. Ow.
Are you comfy?
I'm comfy. I'm very comfy.
Good. Let's get comfy while I ask you this question. So what made you realize that you weren't okay?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh my God. Yeah, you still can't.
What made me realize that my apple was bruised?
Yes, let's continue with this analogy. How did you know, like, the apple inside your little head was like, oh my God, it's like kind of rotting?
I think I'm gonna continue with my analogies. Like, you were living inside this apple. It's James and the Giant Peach style, but it's an apple.
I like it. And
you're looking at like the walls turning brown. Slowly and slowly. But when you look at it, when you look outside, you're like, wow, everything out there is terrible. I'm so mad that my apple is getting ugly. Yeah. I think you just start to like negatively look at the world.
I see what you mean.
And be angry.
It's like starting to realize that things are not as pretty as they are.
And there's nothing that you can do about it.
There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. And I think the first step is accepting that.
Exactly. And I think, it's hard to get into that step. Like accepting it, that the world's ugly. And then you come to a point where you accept that the world is ugly. But you have to accept that you have to make the most of it.
What made you realize that the world was ugly? Was there like...
I can't pinpoint it.
Yeah.
But I just remember...
There's a general aura that the world is not...
Yeah, I can't exactly pinpoint it, but I just remember like, oh, nothing is as it seems.
As it seems.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm gassy.
What about you? What made you realize you weren't okay?
I mean, I can totally relate to the way you put it, but I have to put it another way because this is a podcast and I have to elaborate.
You're a chicken thigh.
Yeah, my chicken thigh went from shiny and pink to Do chicken thighs like rot? Do they go bad? Yeah, right.
I don't know. If you freeze it, it can go for
So I
forever.
should. So you're saying I should freeze my brain?
Mm-hmm. Walt Disney.
Shut up. He's not actually. Really?
I don't know.
Walt Disney definitely probably had mental health issues. Guy was crazy. Have you seen his theme parks? Anyways, so I. Bless you.
Thank you.
I definitely had like a realization probably in junior high where I was in the midst of coming out and I was like, oh my God, people are like kind of shitty and the world is kind of shit. That's kind of when it kind of came to my attention very starkly, like a rude awakening.
I think it's also like you had another layer. You were coming out and you had a rude awakening that like nothing's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely nothing is perfect.
And people are terrible to each other. And
Yeah, humanity is not as I thought it was. And I mean, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I think
when you're a kid, you think like, oh my God, everything's going to go exactly as I planned. Oh my God, everyone's going to agree and say yes to everything.
Yeah, and that's probably because like my needs were mostly met as like a kid. It's like, oh.
That's what I was about to say. I think something that also like came to me was disappointment after disappointment. And that eventually led me to like, I was in a bind and being like, this is it. This is the world. This is the world that I live in, a world full of disappointments.
Yeah.
And that doesn't do well for your mental health.
It really doesn't. When you start internalizing that like, oh, nothing's going to go right.
And I think it's also like, I don't know why, but I've figured everything was my fault.
Yeah, I went through that phase. And sometimes I still go through
that
a lot. It's like, and I think that's the low self-esteem. It's like, oh no, did I cause that? Or
kind of when like people are talking like shit and you're like, oh, it's on me.
Yeah.
But you're like, no, the world doesn't revolve around me. But you can't, sometimes you just can't think that.
True. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to control your emotions. Do we control our emotions? Like, are we in control? Or those are just natural responses?
I think you're in control of your emotions, but you're not in control of how you react and express your emotions.
Yeah, I agree. And you can suppress them, but like, I don't think that'll do any good.
Another add that to the list of how I knew I wasn't okay.
Suppressing
once you suppress your emotions, the world's just gonna like, you're just gonna be angry at everyone.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of what do you call, not spite, but it's like when you
I do a lot of things out of spite.
It's like when you're just sick of something.
I don't know. Sometimes I do.
It's like you're not being truthful with yourself, and that, I mean, obviously that in itself is your way of coping by stuffing the emotions, because I mean, it's painful to like feel negative emotions.
Yeah.
Especially when you were hoping that the world would be perfect and happy.
And then you realize you don't get everything you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you have like a breaking point?
I mean, constantly. What are you talking about?
That's valid. I'll accept that answer.
Point? Multiple things. I think it's like I've read something where it's like you look at a timeline of your life. You have points, and sometimes those points you can't go, you're gonna go somewhere else, and then that's where life changes. A lot of people just have one point where they reach that point and then nothing's ever the same. Unfortunately, mine's a Richter scale.
Like the earthquake graph.
Yeah.
I see. So things are constantly changing
for me. I mean, are we going to talk about the pandemic?
Okay, yes, the pandemic was a breaking point for many people.
Something that I learned today. Unless you want to talk about your breaking point.
No, continue, please. Please
something
continue.
That I learned today. Pandemic. Shoot, I should have. I was going to read it, but I'm sulky in my own misery. so I didn't read it.
That's fine.
Pandemic time. Fuck. I don't remember what it is. But the thing is that people are, because of the pandemic, like, let's say, like us, we were at 21. And then now that we're in post-pandemic time, the pandemic is over, but COVID is here to stay, is the slogan that people are saying.
The pandemic
is over, but COVID is here to stay.
Yeah.
And then now that we're in the post-pandemic world, we're like, what happened? Like, it's like a state of mind where you were asleep and now you're awake.
Yeah.
Like, every single day, I'm not kidding you, I'm talking seriously, I think I'm 23 years old. I'm like, when people ask me, I'm going to say I'm 23, but then I'm like, wait, I'm not 23. I'm 25.
Yeah, all those years passed by.
But, like, I'm still in that, like, wait, how I'm here? How?
Yeah.
And it's even worse for some people because they were, like, 27 and now they're 30 and everyone's getting married and having kids. And it's like, wait, we're still 27. Like, oh, wait, we're 30? Yeah.
It kind of was like a blip in time almost. And we just kind of fast forwarded.
Exactly.
But also, like, that period of time in the pandemic, like, deteriorated so much.
Exactly.
Of everything. Like, our health, our mental health, the world around us. Like, we were locked down. So, yeah, that's definitely a huge breaking point in your Richter scale, I would say.
I had multiple. Like, I've lived multiple lives from the pandemic. Like, okay, first of all, I thought, like, I was 21 in college, thinking I was gonna
walk. Sorry.
Yes. No. I was gonna say something else. Let me just say, I thought I was gonna walk down the aisle. I thought I was gonna be in a completely different state of where I currently am, and then it's like, oh, that just, like, it's done.
It just fizzled. Yeah.
And now I'm here. I'm like, wait, what happened?
I mean, you recently visited your alma mater. And like, how did that feel? It's like, because you never walked, right? Like, that was like, a lot of things were taken away from you.
A lot of
things.
And
now you're kind of seeing
my
things.
car, my jobs.
Yeah.
But also, like, a lot of people tell me to look at it as a blessing in disguise, and I tell myself to look at it as a blessing in disguise because I wouldn't want to. Maybe her life sucked. But also, like, I was in a dead-end job for a long time and I met some terrible people and I was in a terrible space. And then, the pandemic
kind of allowed that to just, like, die. And then
I've lived multiple lives from, like, when I was 20. Like, if I had to go back in time, I don't know if I would change anything, though.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, being closer to you, especially those years before the pandemic when we were in college together.
Very different.
You were very different. And, like, and the way you are now, I mean, you've evolved. Like, you're evolving. And I totally get where you're coming from with living multiple lives. And not even to say
that, too. When I was 21, I was going through, I didn't have any social media. Because I was told first of all, holistic therapy is a piece of shit. But I was told to disconnect from the world. I was told not to eat a lot of things.
Oh my God. That's both of those things.
Because apparently it can go to your brain. So I was, like, in a bubble. And then I was emerging from the bubble. But then I'm like, no, go back in. Because the pandemic happened. So, like, I don't know where I'm going with this. But, yeah.
It got you messed up.
I messed up.
Yeah. I agree with you. I mean, holistic therapy
is terrible.
It's kind of like BS. It's like,
I was listening to it for a long time, though.
Yeah, and I guess, like, for some people, it might be like, it might work.
Yeah. Go
like
for it.
A placebo effect.
But don't do it.
Try it, but you'll figure out.
Yeah. Maybe it works for some. Maybe it works for white people.
Yeah, holistic therapy.
Yeah. I was quarantining before everyone was quarantining.
So you already knew what to do.
Exactly. But then I'm like, wait, what happened? So I was like, I was 20 when I think I started it.
Wow.
Then now I'm 25 and I'm woken up from that.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell? And it messed up my mental health.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, my apple's rotten. I'm just going to live with my rotten apple.
It's dry and stale.
But on the inside, maybe it's sweet still. But I would never know.
No, yeah. Have you like freeze dried fruit? It's pretty good.
Yeah, you put it in a blender and now it's smoothie and it's good.
So I should blend my brain. I mean, we've brought up the pandemic so much over the course of this podcast. Yeah. Even in season 1.
I don't know where my phone is, but I would have looked it up. But
when our podcast.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
No. The pandemic blip. The pandemic something. Oh. It's a cut.
Oh, a book?
No, it's an article on the cut. I'll just say that.
Okay, maybe we'll find out.
Yeah,
later.
Next episode.
Okay, yeah, the next episode might actually integrate that. I also have little blips, and I mean, it's hard to imagine like just having one
blip, breaking point.
Yeah,
those did exist.
No,
we're all Richter scales.
And I think we do a lot to hide it. You know, it's like
with humor, with eating,
escapism, escape rooms.
I'm down for an escape room.
Honestly,
put me in an escape room.
So
I'll break
kind of going back to your holistic therapy, because this ties into our last question.
Advice.
The worst advice that you've gotten.
Don't go to holistic therapy.
No, but like in holistic therapy, you were being told like not to eat. And
I was told to eat clean.
This sounds like Scientology or something.
It probably was. I was told to not be around so many people, because like it can affect your mental health negatively, like being around so many people. And
I feel like the opposite is
because I took night classes when the campus was clean.
I see. No one was there.
Exactly.
Yeah, the janitor was just like rolling the cart.
Yeah, I could park in the handicap spot. I parked in the handicap spot multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no handicaps on campus at that time,
it was clean. Yeah.
You took night classes to avoid people? Wow.
Because there was so much people. There were so many people in the day. It's like, oh my God, there's so many people. I would take night classes. It's like a couple people, not a lot.
I mean, it is overwhelming, but I think you can strike a balance.
Yeah. I was looking back at it and I'm like, I can never take a social media break ever again. Yeah. And now I'm in social media, working in social media.
You're literally in it. You're in the gears of social media. Now that I think about it, I still kind of am like, not antisocial, but like I like being alone or like in smaller groups or not surrounded by all these people. It can get overwhelming.
Yeah. But I think that was the whole point of that.
But I think going completely like off the grid and trying actively trying to avoid. Though. Really? Was it peaceful?
It was peaceful. I lived a very peaceful life.
Yeah. That's nice.
That was the only good thing about it.
About the holistic therapy?
Yeah. I didn't have chicken nuggets I think I ate mostly chicken nuggets.
During that period?
Don't you remember? I think I hit it pretty well. You loved
chicken nuggets though.
I ate chicken nuggets every day.
I think my worst advice actually came from an actual therapist. And
elaborate.
This was in high school, and dude, they will give you anyone like just to like appease, like, oh, this kid's depressed, give him a therapist. So one of the very first therapists I had was she was this lady. She was like an older lady, and you can tell like just from the way she does, like each and every therapist are different. Yeah. And this one, I already knew, like she was bad. And like the strategies she were gonna give were like bad, but I let it roll for a little just to see what she'd give me. And at one point, she was like, she gave me a rubber band. She was like, take this rubber band and put it on your wrist. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, okay, now when you have any bad thoughts and negative thoughts, you get the rubber band
from a TV show.
I'm being dead ass right now, like dead ass f, like ASF, like as fuck, like literally. She gave me a rant and she said, "Do like basically like hurt yourself when you have bad thoughts." It's crazy, right? Like, am I?
And this was someone from school?
Yes, this was in high school. Like, yeah, I was an assigned therapist from the district.
No.
Wild. No. Absolutely wild. Yeah, I should have. I mean, if I was more mature and I was more right-minded, I would
be like,
report
you're
it.
dumb.
Yeah. Like, you need a therapist.
Flick the rubber band at her.
Yes. No, yeah, you flick it. Yeah.
I could never do that where you flick it at people.
With the gun?
It's just like this.
You need like an actual like tool.
No, people can do it.
I know, you go like that and then you... Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
But what's the best?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the opposite of that, the best advice... I mean, this isn't from a therapist, but I have heard it from my therapist, but it's more of like a general teaching that I've heard commonly. And it's like, I mean, like, put my happiness first.
Oh.
And that can manifest itself in a lot of different ways, like being a little more selfish and saying no and stop being a people, or trying not to be a people pleaser, because I am. And just thinking about myself more, because during those blips, I definitely kind of threw myself and my mental health like out of the window, like self-care out the window. And so kind of bringing it back in the window and like trying to get it like comfy and being okay with like, oh, I'm happy, I'm enjoying things, I'm doing things. I should like give myself credit for that. So that's been a big help in like just kind of paying attention to myself and listening to myself, because a lot of the times in my day-to-day, it's really easy to like lose that sense of like self, of like fulfillment, of purpose. So being a little selfish helped.
I like that. One of the best that I heard, she kind of said it like blatantly, like one of those frames and just a saying. She said, stop lying to yourself. So I think she was like, just say it out loud. Say what's on your mind out loud. And there was a time where I was just like saying things out loud, being like, yeah, that's cool. And I was just like saying my thoughts out loud. Just say your thoughts out loud is the best thing. That's
healthy. It's like communicating with yourself.
Because also like something that I've learned, like when you write it down, you're saying it. And I think there's power in writing things down.
Oh yeah, like I have a little journal on like a note, or like a note on my notes app, or just like spit shit out, and it like helps.
Yeah,
it helps,
because you don't realize the thought that you have until you like fully fledge it out. Yeah.
And I guess to build on that, like I also received similar advice from a therapist where it's like once you get it out of your head and onto a paper, it's like it's out. Like it's there on the paper. I don't have to think about it all the time. Like I can always come back to it. I love that.
Yeah. Just say it out loud. Don't lie to yourself. Say it.
Stop lying to yourself. Is that like what people say? It's like, don't lie. Stop lying to yourself.
Yeah, because also like, yeah, I can go to work. Stop lying to yourself.
Oh my god, dude.
No,
right?
Actually, I don't think I'm capable of going to work right now.
Yeah, or like
I don't think I'm capable of parallel parking.
But you are.
I am.
She is. She parallel parked really well to get here.
Olivia Rodrigo, who? I'm probably gonna learn how to parallel park.
I would love to see. I would love to watch Olivia Rodrigo try and parallel park.
I'd be like, girl, stop lying to yourself.
I can imagine.
Yeah, because like when you stop lying to yourself, you're like, I actually feel like I can't do this. And that's gonna improve your mental health because people are gonna hear your feelings. Yeah, and maybe people will go out and help you, and like if you start communicating bad, you can funnel out the bad people because they're like, oh, you can't do that, oh, you're so stupid, and then you realize that those are really bad people, and then you boot them out. Yeah, you learn a lot. We learn a lot when we vocalize like what we say and what we think. I mean, there are some things I should probably keep inside my head, but you know. Oh no, I'm gonna say them out loud.
I appreciate that.
What?
I appreciate that.
That you say things out loud?
Yeah. Oh, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. I don't know that.
Anyways, so I think that's like that's our episode. Yeah.
I'm a Richter scale. Probably gonna keep it shaking.
And I am a chicken thigh.
But slap your chicken thigh. I mean, like, hey, get to work.
Dude, you're
Anyways,
Hey,
that's
listen.
our episode.
Yeah, eat your apples, eat your chicken thighs. See you next time.